Unexpected device issues may prevent the configuration file from being restored. To avoid this and ensure that configurations can be subsequently restored, you can back up the configuration file during routine maintenance. Two methods are available for backing up the configuration file. One method is to copy the configuration file in the CLI window of the device directly. The other method is to back up the configuration file through FTP, TFTP, or SFTP. Because FTP and TFTP are insecure, you are advised to use SFTP for file transfer, thereby improving security. This video uses SFTP as an example. Next, let's see how to use these methods. One method is to copy the configuration file in the CLI window of the device directly. In this case, you need to log into the device remotely, run the display current configuration command in the CLI window, and copy all the output of this command to a TXT file so as to back up the configuration file to the hard disk of the PC. The other method is to back up the configuration file through SFTP. SFTP uses SSH to provide a secure channel and allows remote users to securely log into the device for operations such as file management and transfer. When this method is used, the PC and device function as an SFTP client and server, respectively. To use this method, you first need to configure SSH. For details, see the video, How Do I Configure Stelnet Login to a NetEngine Series Router? After successfully logging in to the device through Stelnet, perform the following operations. First, save the configuration file on the device in automatic or manual saving mode. In automatic saving mode, run the set save configuration command to configure the system to periodically save configurations. For this command, the interval parameter specifies the interval at which configurations are periodically saved in minutes. The CPU limit parameter specifies an upper limit for CPU usage. When the autosave timer is triggered and the CPU usage exceeds the specified limit, the system cancels the autosave operation. Configurations may not be automatically saved in their entirety if the CPU usage is high. To avoid this, you are advised to manually save the configurations periodically while using the autosave function. The autosave function saves current configurations to the next startup configuration file. To check the name of this configuration file, run the display startup command. In manual saving mode, run the save config file name command to save all configurations to the configuration file. The configuration file name extension must be DAT, ZIP, or CFG. In this example, the config file name parameter is set to vrpcfg.cfg. The device displays the path for saving the file. Record the path for subsequent file transfer. If the config file name parameter is not set, the current configurations will be saved to the next startup configuration file. If you need to deliver new configurations after already saving some configurations, run the save command again to ensure that the new configurations can be restored in the future. The next step is to configure SFTP-based file transfer on the device. First of all, enable the SFTP server function on the device. Then, configure the username and password for file operations through SFTP and record the username and password for subsequent device access through SFTP. After that, configure a user level and access type. By default, a user can transfer files only when the user level is set to 3. If the device supports the command privilege level rearrange command and this command has been run, the user level must be set to 15 so that the user can transfer files. Finally, configure an authorized directory for the user. The authorized directory must contain the directory where the configuration file is located. After performing the preceding operations, connect the PC to the device through SFTP for file transfer. You can use the Windows command prompt window or third-party software. This example uses the former. Run the SFTP command, specify the username and the IP address of the SFTP server, and enter the password to set up an SFTP connection with the device. Specify a path for saving the configuration file. Then, run the get command to back up the configuration file to the PC. You can also specify the name of the backup configuration file. When the progress reaches 100%, the backup is complete. Finally, navigate to the specified path on the PC to view the backup configuration file. That's all for this video about how to back up the configuration file of a NetEngine series router. Thank you for watching.